Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan. We're here to practice Wudang style Tai Chi, part 2. This is advanced class. I'm fingers crossed. I did some things with the network again yesterday. And my hope is that I've done enough that the less than connection that AT&T has given me is going to make it through the morning. We have, in Wudang style Tai Chi, we have 2 parts. Part 1 I've covered. Part 2 is what we're going to work on. Now, this is a little different than Yang style Tai Chi, which has 3 parts. Okay? I have studied a little bit of Wu style, a little bit of Chen style. As best as I can remember, the way that I was taught, it was each had 2 parts. So the error message is back. And, oh well. I'm going to do one thing real quick, just because on account. Alright, so my goal is to get a clear, one more thing I'm going to try, a clear channel, line of sight, if you will, to the other side of the wall where I have my repeater for the network, so that I can do this. The problem seems to be that the signal isn't strong enough, and it's a weak signal anyway. If I lose even this much, it's bad. Thanks, AT&T. Appreciate your help with this. You know, I've tried to contact them about this and it didn't work out. All right, I'm going to continue on in the hope that, do that. I'm trying just about anything I can come up with here to see if I can get this to stabilize at a speed that is going to give you the best experience. One more thing. Okay, well, it's still not good, but it's the best I'm going to get right now. And One more. Got one more. I really want this to turn out well. It's the first of the series, and the idea that it's not streaming properly bothers me. It really does. It's something that I think is important as we're trying to learn, that the experience that we're able to have while we're learning, yeah, I know I'm not in the picture, the experience we're able to have while we're learning is at least as best as we can get, given the technology that we have. All right? So, all right, this is now telling this. I got two machines here, so one of them's telling me that it's okay now, more or less. One more thing. Lessons in technology. All right. So if I had a stronger connection, right? Have a stronger connection, then the loss of signal that goes out wouldn't be as huge a problem as it is, because I'd have more capability to send, and losing a little bit of that signal along the way wouldn't be that big of a problem. But with what this is telling me, I'm losing more than I would like. Let me try one. I'm going to try one thing. Hang on. Okay, we're trying again. Let me start over. Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan, and we're here to practice Wudang Taiji. We have two parts in our Wudang Taiji. First part I've covered, and it's just finished. The second part, we're going to start today. It's a little bit longer and a little bit different than Yang style Tai Chi. Yang style Tai Chi has 3 parts, lots of repetition. Wudang style Tai Chi has 2 parts with some repetition. Chen style, I studied a little bit. Wu style, I studied a little bit. Both, as I recall, the way I was taught, were 2 parts. But it's been a while, okay? Most of our forms, particularly the traditional forms, have at least 2 parts. The first part of the form is the introductory material. This is the foundation for what we're doing. All of the fundamental movements, everything that is related. The second part gives us a little bit more of the advanced skills. It gives us a little bit more of the sense of further development of the art that we've been practicing. All right, well, right now, this network thing is just a problem. I'll not pay too much more attention to it other than to notice it. It looks like what I'm sending is okay, more or less. It's just not getting there all together all at the same time. I am going to continue. I'm going to try and monitor it, make sure that it's not too bad. And with playback, you're okay. Well, if they'd answer the phone. AT&T doesn't answer the phone. If they'd answer the phone, I could talk to somebody. All right. Let me do one thing. One more thing. Okay, so the, well, that didn't help. That hurt. Move that. No. Let's put that back over here. All right, there we go. One of the, if you will be here with me, might as well play, right? So one of the things that is going on with this connection is that I've got the system in the other room, and then I've got a repeater up that needs to come through a wall, okay? And it's just turning out to be something that I'm going to have to take another step to correct, because the poor stream is not good for anybody. All right, welcome to the world of the new world of COVID and live streaming, and where broadband and being able to connect with other people online is an essential utility. All right. Basic stretches. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Yeah, there's the part of, I'm going to talk about this for just one more second while I get a sip of coffee. There's a part of, and what I just did, and this is advanced class. I labeled it. It's advanced class, all right? You're supposed to know all this. Okay. Being able to stand here, have a conversation, and then say, okay, let's go practice, and be ready to go and do that is an advanced skill. It's not, oh, but I have to, no, you're doing this, and now you're doing this. Here, done. That's it. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight, pull it through the crown of the head, shoulders down, relaxed. Open the arms. Basic stretch, circle the front. Back around both sides, up along center line. And reach out over the legs. Reach up, stretch out. One more time. Keep the knees bent. And roll up. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips. Hands return to your sides. A little bit of a basic leg stretch. Right leg front, left leg back. Not too deep, but just a little bit. Push into the foot, not into the knee. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Change legs. Just a little bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sink. All right, at the end, when you sink a little bit, all right, open the hip a little bit more, push into the back heel so that you stretch your leg. There are a number of basic exercises, Wudang's 3 basic methods, that I'm going to look at incorporating for the warm-up for this class. Little by little, this is the first of this series, okay? So, being the first of the series, there is a little bit more of me talking and a little bit more of reference back to what we've done before, as well as where we're going with this, alright? So, Wudang Taiji, Part 1. Let's practice. Feet together, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head, tip the tongue, touch the roof of the mouth, breathe in, breathe out, relax through the body, breathe in again, one more time, breathe out, and breathe in, salute, breathe out, breathe in, sink onto the right, open the left, breathe out. Relax the breath, coordinate the movement and the breath. Up along the center line, press up, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Up on the other side, push. One more time down. And push again. Yin yang, liang yin. 四上半张. 4 directions turning palm. 3 rings around the moon. Twin dragons come out of the cave. Dragon and tiger join together, hands strum the loop. Elbow, hold the ball. Heel, toe, forward off, pull down, forward off, pull down, press, and push. Double clawed hands, single clawed hands. Hold the ball, heel, toe, extend, forward off, pull down, forward off, pull down, press, push. Double claw hands, single claw hands, single whip, step up, palm in the face, open, brush knee, step up. Dragon and tiger join together, hands strum the loop. Step back. Both hands sweep down and out, turn, heel, brush knee. Step through, down, out to the left, heel, brush knee. Step up, dragon and tiger. Downward punch, line hands out, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Apparent closing. And we stop here for the end of part 1. For part 2, we keep going. Right? I'll turn around and do this again in a minute. So here. Part 2. Okay? So, the beginning of part 1 is also the beginning of part 2. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and go the other way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm here. This is the end of part 1. And instead of coming to center with crossed hands, I'm going to come up the center again. Right? Up on the left, down on the right, come up on the center. This is the same as we do at the beginning of part 1. Alligator playing in the water. Yin yang yang, yin and yang both appear. Okay. Return the tiger to the mountain. All of this is beginning of part 2. Okay, now the first segment of this, from the point where we stop with part 1 and we begin part 2, is a repetition. It's the same. The returning to the mountain moves are not. Those are the new ones. Okay, so let's pay attention just a little bit to this first part that repeats. Okay? From where we end part 1 and we start part 2. Now, from here, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Up, down, come up the center, push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold down. Other side. And down again. Other side. Alright, I'm going to repeat that again in just a second. I'm going to sip coffee. And while I do that, I'm looking at the machines to see what's going on with that. And if there's anything more that I think I might be able to do to correct it. I don't think there's anything today. So I can open that door up just a little bit more. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt. It's a puzzle. I've got this thing here and this thing here, and the network bandwidth needs to come through, so it's like this, invisible bubble that I'm trying to catch. Hey, things to play with. All right, Wudang Taiji, part 2. We just finished part 1, right? Let's start with the ending in part 1. Start here. Lazy guy ties up his sleeves, line on Taiji. Circle, come around, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Apparent closing. Up along center line, palm supporting heaven. Alligator playing in the water. Yin and yang both appear. hands drop down. Step behind from your ears. Push out. Stop in the center. This is a horse stance. You should be solid. If you're following me in the Qigong sets, pushing the mountain, set 2. Push the mountain. All right? So, we're here, just did push. Yin yang now, you just did push. Shift back. And push out. We're going to turn around to the other side. Going to the corner behind you. Okay? Knowing where you're going helps, right? I'm gonna turn around and do this the other way. Yeah, I know it's a little fast. It's okay. Come on down. And set back. Around and out. It's a double circle. The circles are small. It's not. I've made it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see, right? Don't exaggerate this. As you step back, consider where your arms are able to go, right? This is your physical limitation and your ability to do something. It's like my arm can go back here, but I can't do anything with it if I put it there. I'm stuck. I can't do nothing. Here, I can do something. No. Yes. All right? So, as you move, where's your arm go? No. If I wanted to use my elbow, I could, but it's not what we're doing here, right? Not what we're doing here. Where do my arms go? My arms don't go behind me, right? Set and out. From push, left foot front, right foot back. Left foot is going to go back, and you're going to the 45 right there. Find the space. Know where you're going. I have mentioned this in previous classes. Wudang Taiji is not a beginner level set. It's not. The fundamentals are accessible, and anyone who wants to learn can learn. As we move into some of the more advanced practice, it takes a bit more concentration, it takes a bit more paying attention, it takes a bit more coordination, and it's going to take a bit more strength. I promise. All right? So, this ending of part 1, just the beginning of part 2. Lazy guy ties up his sleeves. Lan Han Zai. Elbow over the knee. Pull back. Down. Step out. Part 2. Up along center line. Press up. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. push, pull down again, step out and step back, and turn around. Alright, notice what I did. It's knowing where to put the foot. Where am I going? Where do I want to end up? Where do I need to put my foot to go there? As I start out from push, I know I'm beating up on this a lot. I need to. Trust me. Alright, push. I'm going to face this way. So where do I need to put my hip? How do I need to turn my hip so that I go that way? And where does this foot need to go? So that I get there. Right? What happened? My foot went back, my other foot turned. That's all that happened. It's a very simple, very direct, it's clear, there's no, it's not a fancy step. It's paying attention to where you are in space and where you're turning. So I'm here, I'm going to go to the 45 here. Right foot goes behind, left foot turns. With our stepping methods, right? Transfer the weight, move the foot, turn the toes, here I am. It's very simple. Don't exaggerate it. There's plenty of things that we can do that are that have a little bit more footwork involved. We have those, so don't exaggerate where it's not supposed to be there. Don't make fancy things out of what's simple, and don't oversimplify things that might be a little bit more complicated. We want to pay attention to the fundamentals. We want to pay attention to how we direct the energy, right? I talked about this in previous classes where we're paying attention to the movements on one day and we're paying attention to the energy and the internal work on the second day. We're not doing that anymore. It's a new class. Everything all together, all at the same time. So as we're thinking about what we're doing here, energy from the lower tian up to the middle tian and out. Push the mountain. All right, this element of centering and using that internal energy to go with the movement, to enhance what we're doing in the movement, is fundamental to Tai Chi. All right, I'm going to start again with lazy guy ties up his sleeves. It's a review for the last part of the first part of Wudang Tai Chi, right? And it also gives us a point to check where we are at the end of part 1, moving into part 2. A little bit later, a couple classes later, I'll be starting with part 2, and there'll be times when I'll start with whatever the next movement is. We'll review and then I'll get started with the next movement. So, for today, right? For today, we have the end of part 1. Lanhanzai, elbow over the knee. It's not back over here. It's not up over here. Okay? Hip sets over the heel.